NBC Charles Mark Boyle now live at the big board. Mark, even for folks close to this president, it's hard to put a positive spin on any of this at this point.
Well, the facts are the facts in this case, and so far the president has basically said those are their issues, not mine. But that certainly will change as the questioning ramps up after what happened yesterday. But here's what you need to know this morning. Let's start with Michael Cohen's guilty plea. And he pleaded guilty to 8 felony charges. Some of those include what you see on the screen right here behind me: tax fraud, bank fraud, and campaign finance violations. And he did this under what he says under the direction of an unnamed candidate, presumably at the time candidate Donald Trump. And he could face 3 to 6 years in prison. The other person you've been hearing about in the news is Paul Manafort. Here's the verdict and what happened in this case. 8 guilty charges, 10 ended in mistrial. Some of those charges included tax fraud, bank fraud. Sentencing in this case is going to be next month in September, and he could face life in prison. Now, the newspaper's on the way to your front door or in stores right now, but we got a copy this morning. Take a look at the Wall Street Journal, folks, right here. Former Trump advisors guilty, not just 1, but 2. And then the New York Times really paints a picture of what's going on. Pleading guilty, Cohen implicates the president of the United States. That's the key in all of this. And Ben, you talked about why the president is involved in all of this. A lot of these folks, and especially in this case, Cohen, blaming the president for what he is now accused of doing. We'll send it back to you, Ben.